Alright, so I'm back with another video. Made some small adjustments to the room, changed up my clothes a little bit so I could look more, I don't know, amicable. Put on a headset so that it can pick up my voice a little bit better. So, before I get into anything else, let me start by kind of citing my sources, where I've gotten a lot of inspiration and motivation from. Because I know as I continue to do this, I'm probably going to be drawing from a lot of experiences and insights that I've gained from reading through these websites and or books. So yeah, let's get to it. First of all, the whole concept of this website, the whole concept of my belief on improvement and getting anywhere in life is in reference to an anime by the name of Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, made by Gainax, and it's a really inspirational anime. It's a great anime, my favorite anime of all time, and it's really inspirational. Basically, it's the story of humanity as a whole is basically been enclosed into caves that are underground. Most of these cavemen don't even know that the sky exists. They just believe that all there is the caves and just digging tunnels to find whatever resources they can. And they don't have any dreams of going beyond that. And they believe that this is all they can be, just cavemen locked underground. They don't even know that there's a sky, so they don't even really know that it's underground. And they've been raised to believe this, except for one person who has traveled to the top, or believes he's traveled to the top side, and he's seen the sky. He believes that wholeheartedly, and he's trying to convince everybody that the sky exists, and so on and so forth. So basically, they travel to the top of the ground, and within 7 years, they make it from being cavemen that don't even know that the sky exists and having no technology to having more technology than us and traveling galaxies. And the whole concept of it is a drill. The whole concept of the series is built around a drill, and how our DNA as humans is kind of helix, spiral shaped, like a drill. And so we continue to evolve and we continue to drill upwards towards whatever we want to accomplish. So I found that really inspirational. I took it to heart a lot. So that's why this whole website, this whole project is called The Spiral Soul Artist, because I want to have the soul of the spiral that continues going upwards. Now, your drill can go both ways, you know. If you believe that you're only going down, then you're going to point your drill downwards, and your drill is just going to dig you deeper and deeper. Or you can keep going upwards. So that's what I want to do. Alright, so moving into websites that I found inspirational, that I've gotten a lot of insight from, a lot of content from. First of all, I started my journey at tinybuddha.com, and they have a lot of kind of short, easy to digest articles about personal development, finding happiness, finding acceptance with your current self, and basically learning how to improve yourself without being envious of others, or how to improve yourself without being impatient for your improvement. To be accepting of who you are at this moment and be present-minded. A lot of good stuff there. Next is zenhabits.net, primarily written by Leo Babauta. Yeah, I think that's right. And it's kind of the same thing, personal development website, but his is more geared towards kind of simplifying your life, removing a lot of excess stuff that you don't need, and to form habits that are good for you and break habits that are bad for you. A lot of good stuff there as well. Learned a lot. Next up is this one's a little bit more Japanese oriented. I'm an anime fan, so I've taken up learning Japanese, but not too seriously. I've learned quite a lot actually just watching Japanese, and I'll get to that at a later time. But there's this website, alljapaneseallthetime.com, written by a dude that goes by the name of Katsumoto. And it's mainly about learning Japanese, but he explains a lot more about kind of getting into the habit of learning Japanese, kind of changing your environment to make it conducive to what you want to do. So if you want to learn Japanese, don't make it hard on yourself by watching, English TV shows or reading English books. He suggests that you should just immerse yourself, dive right on in, and set up your environment so that it helps you. So instead of being an uphill climb, it's more like a downhill roll, like a snowball effect. And I think that was pretty cool. There's a lot of personal development stuff. It's actually, I think, personally, it's more of a personal development website than a Japanese learning website. He teaches a lot of time management stuff, like time boxing, and how to kind of consider yourself a winner even when you're not doing well at whatever it is you're trying to learn. So there's a lot to learn from that, and I need to have that that mentality as I go along with doing this project. And let's see, next up, and finally for websites actually, is learning-to-c.co.uk. And it's written by a guy named Paul, and he has a lot of kind of the same thing, building up a habit of drawing. So if you want to get good at drawing, you have to draw a lot. But in order to draw a lot, you have to draw often. And in order to draw often, you have to start a little bit at a time. If you can't draw for 24 hours straight, or if you want to draw for 24 hours straight, then if you can't draw for 5 hours straight, then why would you try for 24 hours straight? And if you can't try for an hour straight, how are you going to expect yourself to do 5 hours straight every day? So you'd want to start as little as possible, and that's actually a common theme. Start small, make it easy on yourself to start and finish, and feel good about yourself for completing something. Generally speaking, the most harmful thing to your progress is not starting at all. So he has a lot of stuff about deliberate practice, about getting started and just doing it, and making an appointment with yourself to get up and draw, or do whatever it is you want to improve in. Alright, that's it for websites. Next up is books, and I'm going to try to blaze through these as much as possible, as quick as possible. There's War of Art by Steven Pressfield. It's kind of the same thing. Treat your hobby, or treat whatever you want to improve in, as a job. If you have a job, you understand that despite how much you like it or not, you go there, you do your job, and you're there to get paid. And yeah, you can really hate your job, but you'll go for it. You'll go to it on time for years at a time. So, for years on end, I'm sorry. And so yeah, if you want to get good, you have to spend a lot of time on it. So treat it like a job. Get up, go to work, do whatever you can until you just can't anymore, and then call it quits for the day, and then show up the next day. That's the main theme that I got from War of Art. And the main thing that you're going to see in all this is that consistency is one of the biggest keys to getting somewhere. Next up is The Practicing Mind by Thomas Sturmer, and this one is also about consistency, but also about kind of staying present, staying in the present moment of what you're doing. So, how can I explain this? Well, you kind of have to read it, or read through some of these other websites to get this gist, but often we do something and we keep our minds either on the past of like how we couldn't do it before, or in the future of how soon are we going to get there. And the key to staying consistent is to stay right now, to stay in this moment, so that you don't get ahead of yourself and wonder, are we there yet? Or, not to go back into the past and say, well, I can't do it, I've never done it. Just worry about right now, do what you can right now. I'm going to cut this video off right now, because I don't know if I have a 10-minute limit or not, so yeah, shutting this off now, I'll pick it up right here.